Well, I started in housing, and for 22 years I worked there, and part of that work was setting up intensive family support services for families with antisocial behaviour. And because that was really successful, I got asked to work for the government for a few years in the Department for Education, and I set up services across the country with a team of people who then later became part of the Interface team. So when the government changed, a group of us got together and set up Interface as an independent organisation, as a social enterprise, and we bid for £2 million worth of funding, which we were successful in getting, and that was to continue working with local authorities and their partners around working with vulnerable families. Since then, I've been joined by a range of associates, and I've now got a fantastic team of people with a range of skills across social care, education, all sorts of areas. So I'm really delighted with where we are now and the range of services and products that we can now offer. Our values are really important to us. We've got a mission to transform the lives of vulnerable families, and that's reflected in our associates and every piece of work that we do. We work across the country supporting local authorities, the voluntary sector, housing providers, early years providers, and it's a range of work that we do, from training to consultancy. So the consultancy work is around mapping services, redesigning services, evaluation and monitoring, etc. And the focus areas are troubled families, children's social care, intensive family support projects, those sorts of areas of work. We've recently been working with schools and academies to proactively identify and work with their children and vulnerable families, and as well as that we do an awful lot of training, so that's more than half of our work is training. Over the last few years we've trained more than 3,500 practitioners and managers around working with vulnerable individuals, children and families, and we're really lucky to be doing this because we want to be making a difference for vulnerable families. That's what our mission's all about.